Hey guys, what's up? So we have a new update in advanced server and it's patch 1.5.42. First on our list
I
is
shall
Ling.
regain what I deserve.
The developers realized that the last nerf is too much, so they'll make some adjustments. His energy region is increased from 3 to now 5 points. They also increased his energy region when above a wall. Here is a quick test to see the difference.
Feels better, reflects one's blades.
As you can see, the new one fills up much faster. And this is him when above a wall.
I sword don't know myself either.
So what can Ling users say about this buff? Is this enough to make up for the added energy requirement for his first and second skill? Next on our list is Fanny. The developers think that the recent jungle buff adjustment greatly affected Fanny. Just like Ling, they increased her energy region from 3 to now 4 points. Here is a comparison of the old and new Fanny.
Just a little birdie passing by.
Is this good enough for Fanny users despite the shortened buff duration? Next is Hanabi. They buffed the shield that she gets from her passive skill. It now fills up faster because of the higher conversion rate. Previously, only 40% of her HP region or lifesteal is converted into shield. Now it's 100%, which means the amount of lifesteal she gets will be converted to shield if her HP is full. And they also increased the shield limit from 20 to now 25% of her max HP. I think it's a big buff on Hanabi. More shield plus it's easier to fill up.
I don't want to lose. Actually, not. No, I can't resist cute stuff at all. Actually, I can't resist cute stuff at all. I'm on a mission.
Next is Claude. The developers will revert the changes they made on his ultimate because they think it's overpowered to some extent. This means lower damage from his ultimate on the next patch. Next is Grock. They increased the physical attack bonus on his first skill from 120 to now 160%. But remember that his first skill is based on extra physical attack. This means you can benefit from the buff by using attack items. If you're not using any damage item, your damage will be the same as before. Aside from that, they also increased his HP region when near a wall. Next is Clint. His survivability is still low compared to other marksmen, so they lowered his second skill cooldown. At max level, he gets around 4 seconds of cooldown if it hits a target. If he has 40% cooldown reduction, its cooldown will be at 3 seconds. Can he finally compete with the other high mobility marksmen?
Listen to your skills, boy.
Next is Brody. They're still adjusting his stats to make him balanced. They lowered his starting physical attack stats and increased his physical attack group. Next is Luo Yi. The developers think her passive skill damage is too strong in the early game, so they lowered its base damage by 50 points. In exchange, they increased its magic power scaling by 50%, which gives her higher damage at late game. Next is Khaleed. Just like Luo Yi, they weakened Khaleed's first skill damage in the early game. To make up for this adjustment, they increased its physical attack scaling by 10%. So weaker damage in the early but higher when it reaches late game. Next is Moskov. He now has new voice lines. Let's listen to what he says.
I am vengeance incarnate. Their hands are stained with the blood of my people. Your true leader has returned to the desert. I live in the shadows. The spear of destiny hit me and will hit you. Silence reigns over the darkness. Treachery has too many faces. I have chosen my path. All of my blood brothers are dead. Betrayal taught me a good lesson. Tears are badges for the weak. Hatred is now my companion. My spears never miss. Spear of destruction!
Next is Terizla. They lower the cooldown of his first skill by making it 7 seconds on all levels. And they increase the damage of his second skill on minions by 10%. Next is Balmond. They lower the cooldown of his first skill by making it 8.5 seconds at all levels. But they weaken its slow effect as well as its slow duration. Next is Alpha. He isn't as strong as the other fighters, so they increase the stats of his second skill. His second skill now has higher base damage and heal.
Alpha is not my name.
Next is the revamped Argus. They increased the heal from his passive from 10 to now 15% of his physical attack stats. Good news for those who are waiting for his revamp. I think he will be available on original server by mid of January. Next is Paquito. His survivability in the early game is too strong, so they'll make further adjustments to his passive and first skill. If you remember from my last Argus video, Paquito has become annoying. It's good that the developers realized how powerful his early game is. Next is Wanwan. They fixed the bug where Wanwan couldn't use her ultimate. I've seen many people reporting this bug many times over the past months. Next is Guinevere's new skin, Sakura Wishes. It will be available on December 31 for 749 diamonds. Next is the arcade mode update. You can turn the auto update on and off, including the modes that are not yet available. Previously, the switch only applies to the modes that are currently running. So if you're not a fan of the other game modes, you can turn off the auto update. Last one is the M2 event. I think this one is Clint. Mia is currently the skin reward, but I believe they will change this to Clint once it's available on original server. You need 899 diamonds to get the M2 skin. So what can you say about the update? Do you like the changes they made on Ling and Fanny? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's all for this video. Stay safe and thank you for watching.